Okay. You are here. And the real you is limitless. And every ideology, every ism, every agreement with any principle here, every perceived shortcoming of a truth of self instead of the absolute, every religion, every government, every team, every attachment to that which tells us what the rules are and to stay within the borders that have already been set up. You are here. Everything that is a man made structure of a certain order of social or uh, influential rule and dictation is here. Always, no matter what. And a big thing that is frustrating to individuals when they feel like they are perceiving more is that they attempt to put what they are perceiving more as without realizing that they are here yet, and then duck it back underneath unconsciously within here and attempt to make all of their growing internal truths fit into these boxes that are below them, truly below them, because they are divine, limitless spiritual energy, as are you, as am I, as is everyone. And these are constructs of this place. There is no way that they can ever be above you, yet we are told to put ourselves under and humble ourselves to the point where thou must follow the rules or there's something wrong with, which is not the case. It's not the case. It's not true at all. Never has been. There are great value. There are great values in the value of these orders, be it government or every religion forever, or even ones that are considered nefarious, or prison systems, or scholastic and academic and schooling indoctrination systems, and military systems, and politics and teams and split ideologies, playing one or two sides against the other, and philosophy and analyzing medical and chemical and physical reality and what's considered the sciences, and then in the arts. All of this is here. You are here. It's impossible for it to not be this way. It is always this way. No matter what, no matter how you fucking feel about it, it's still this. You are here. You have access to the beyond. Every structure is here. And we attempt to put ourselves underneath it. Now, the great thing is that all of these structures, all these concepts, all of these ideologies, all of these isms, my objective is not to tear them down. My objective is to celebrate them all, not equally, because there is no equal, doesn't exist. No one and nothing is equal. Love and loyalty is all that matters. Everything's situational and everything's always changing. And yet, what you pay attention to grows. So, what you focus on sparks and gives more back to you and grows in your world. Because you are the divine limitless spiritual energy that really the mechanism of this natural world is operating through. It's already here, not because of you, but it's also operating off of the flow of you. So these structures, these concepts, these ideologies, these isms are attempts through epiphany or trial and error, cause and effect, or manipulation, or just uh, hard work over passed down oral or physical traditions, these these structures are explaining to the divine limitless spiritual energy of you and I how this place that's already here already functions. That's what they do. They give their analysis and explanation for what is already here, not because of the structures. It's already here, and you are already what you are. And then these structures are opportunities for the individuals and the masses to look at and grow through the perspective of explaining what is already here and what you already are. It doesn't mean they're all right, it doesn't mean they're all wrong. Every mechanism that is created by man is an explanation to another man based on the resonance of the man as he created and molded it. Religion, art, science, mechanics, anything. Literature. And it continues to mold as more put energy on. That's the truth. It's an attempt of explanation of resonance from one to another. In no way can that ever be greater than you because it's of man first, not of divine limitless spiritual energy first, not of the pure creation first. I'm not for or against chemistry. I'm not for or against um, modern art. I'm not for or against uh, even Satanism. I used to be like super clearly one sided about all this stuff, but it just is so easy to me now. I am for and pro the filter of which my belief structure operates, and currently that's wisdom and love. And if it's not in that filter of wisdom and love, then I just don't pay attention to it. And I'm divinely with the spiritual energy, so what I pay attention to grows. And if anybody's paying attention to any one of these structures, unconsciously or consciously, then they're giving value to these structures. And that is not good or bad. But these structures, so your church, your school, your uh, practice of music, your soccer team, whatever it is, your golf game, these are opportunities from the creation of man to learn about how this world actually works and what you are actually in truth, and then how you, as divine limitless spiritual energy, with the embodiment that is a gift from this place, interact with this magical place. And it comes down to your body, your intention, your attention, listening to your belly, for pivoting, not reacting, and then the friction of your body. Your body applies the friction with this place after you have put intention in your heart and hold the attention of your spirit mind on that imaginative intention of your heart. You hold that, you apply a friction of your body, apply the friction from your focus, intention, attention, focus. Focus, then friction, and then in that manner, you're working with this magical place. And this magical place will provide back to your individual world what it is that you are walking toward. So if there's these structures on any level, It doesn't matter what they are. They are going to assist you in the journey of you providing that value to you, because it's a feedback from this place, from the true creation of all to you, so that you remember, and then you also expand your belief structure constantly and consistently until you master yourself. And you continue to do that. Continue. Yeah, I'm 40 years into this thing. I might live to be 45. I might live to be 450 in this place. I'm not sure yet. I used to say this is my last time going around this place. I don't want anything to do with it anymore. At this point, it's like I'm focused on wisdom and love. I'm not that worried about doing it again or not. I'm not worried about anything. I'm not concerned about shit. Wisdom and love for me. All structures of man are an attempt to explain what is actually happening in resonance to another man. Now, many of them may feel terrible or feel like the enemy or feel what's considered to be evil, but that is still an explanation of a stage to grow through and grow past. Doesn't mean you have to try everyone out. Doesn't mean you have to try any of them out, but it's hard not to do by living in this world. My point is that don't look at them as the enemy, these structures. Don't look at them as something to embrace or not embrace. Look at them as individual opportunities of lessons in your growth. And do not ever, well, you probably will, I probably will, but attempt to continually remember once you have kind of lost yourself and thought of yourself as being within and under these structures. Just come back to the place of remembering. I am divine, limitless spiritual energy. What a wonderful gift this life is. There's no way that anything created here can control me or be greater than me. These structures, this school that I go to, is benefiting off of my existence and my energy. I am the thing that this school is actually feeding on because I am so vibrantly true. I am everything. I am the all. I am of the all. This world, this true magical realm loves me and loves the world of me. And whenever I enter into these structures, these mini worlds of themselves, many others are there too. And most of them are indoctrinated into thinking that their humbling of themselves equals they are less than the structure. And so they serve the structure. And there is no possible way that you can ever be less than the structure. The structure was created to be a vessel for you to remember who you are. No matter how meandering the path or how backwards it is, you don't have to stay on that path. You don't have to get off that path. But the structure is always below the true you. And if you go inside, you realize, if you go inside far enough and sit with yourself long enough, you realize those structures don't even exist. They're just an offering. Again, not good or bad. Doesn't mean don't accept the offering. If it calls to you, accept the offering. My message now is continually attempt to remind yourself, I am it. And what I put my energy into will grow. So I'm supporting these structures. Make sure you're supporting the structures that are providing an avenue that is clear in your growth. I'm just going along with stuff to support these structures because if it's based in fear unconsciously, then you're receiving the mechanism of that. You're receiving the feedback of that mechanism in your life, subtly or overtly. You're the thing. You're the original. The structure may be a filter through which you practice with your body and receive feedback in this world, the cause and effect. But it's never not you. You're always it. Nothing can ever be greater than you. Everything in life is an opportunity. Everything in life is an offering. And in any second, it can just be you being the real you. And if you continually choose not to be the real you, the question that arises in me now is, well, what structure is telling you not to? What are you holding on to, and where'd you get that? Likely it came from outside you somehow, somewhere. Allow yourself to let everything go and then take a good look around without judgment of man or man made structures or anything or anyone. Just take a good look around. You're okay. Everything is okay. This life is still now. 90 seconds later, still an opportunity. Still many offerings to choose or not choose. You can find those offerings in structures, or just devote yourself to one or two, or you can find them only in here. Many who put all of their energy into structures lose the awareness it's only functioning because of them. And it's really a vessel to serve them until they wake up to see it's been me that's actually the power the whole time. Just have to see past society, my body. For a few seconds, get past my mind, my hopes, my wishes, my frustrations, or my rules. Wonder where those rules came from. And it feels morally wrong. Like, but these are the rules. It doesn't have to be a chastising of religion or a chastising of a certain, what would be considered blasphemy or going against the word of God or whatever, like trappings and like window blinds that we want to open and close, what's allowed and what's not allowed. When we start to play games with ourselves in our head, we feel like that's our heart. And then we feel like we're doing something wrong or somebody else is doing something wrong when they're telling us there are no rules, just go within, find you. Like, I'm not allowed to do that. I'm supposed to play within these rules. I'm not going to get too far into that because that's finger pointing, but in reality, it's like, who made up those rules? It cannot be that which is not from that structure. The thing, the real thing, the real beyond the all, the real creation. It doesn't need any type of structure to show you what's already here. It already, like, think about it. It already created it for you. It's already here. It already did it. And it already used this thing to create your body. It's already, like, you got it. You got the parts. And then we get convinced that there's nothing wrong with them. I enjoy them. I enjoy the process of learning about law and government and religion and insight in every way. But it's not me. The more I put my focus on that, the more I become attuned with that frequency. The more I see of it, the more I'm better at it. And I'm like, oh, I create more of it in my life. Now I'm actually truly not as in tune with the bigger picture. I can feel it. And I think that's what happens with a lot of folks when their job becomes their life, their rules of social order become their life. Their, you know, I'm for the police or I'm against the police. You know, I'm I'm criminal minded or uh, I support the military. I support the blue. Whatever choices. Like, no, you don't. Neither of those things are real with the real you. That's the character that you're playing based on fear. Same thing with extremely like uh, church almost over church rules over or mosque or synagogue over the God within, the real, the God of you, created by the source of all. It's all these intricacies of like this and this, this and this, this and this, arguing back and forth. Can't you feel? Can't you feel within yourself that that's all of that shit is man-made? Like the debating of this point versus this point. I have to hold myself accountable to man-made rules now. As somebody, if something's gonna happen to your kid or to yourself or to your husband or wife in a extremely traumatic manner, are you still within the rules of church or society or legalese? If you do anything that's outside of the church or society or legalese rules, are you now not one with God, like the real creation? You somehow have failed? No, you're always, it's you. The real you is, no matter what, always one with creation, with the singular one love, with the creative generative principle, with everything, with the it, the is. That's it. That's it. Now, every structure here is an opportunity for us to grow by using it or by learning from it or by growing past it, or by analyzing it a bit from the outside, or whatever we choose. This isn't for or against somebody who's a cardinal or a bishop in the Vatican. It's not, I don't have the desire to see another spiritual embodiment and say, like, that one's wrong. But even them who've devoted large parts of themselves into occupational service to a certain clergy, this applies to them perfectly. It doesn't apply to anyone in any different way. It applies to everyone 100%. That structure of your occupation, of the theology and the lifestyle and the rules are below you. None of them are superior to you in any way. It is impossible. It's not a trick. It's just not true. It doesn't even become true when you put your divine limitless energy on it and you grow it. It still can never be above you. It is a vessel for you to grow through or decide to frustrate yourself with until you grow past it. There's nothing wrong with any of it. Now, there's nefarious things all over, but there's nothing wrong with any structure, really. It's just how aware are you of remembering who you are, seeing the structure, and continuing to grow. Most of us end up allowing the structure to dominate the relationship, and it's just one more invisible mind box that then is held in place in our lives based on more layers of transparent fear, more and more rules based on the implication of fear. All of that is not built to keep you from being the real you. All of it is built as an opportunity and an offering for you to look at it and then grow past it. But if you continually forever don't look at it and just hold it and feel the fear, I'm playing by the rules, I'm playing by the rules, I'm playing by the rules, then you're going to receive the feedback of fear as long as you're holding on to it as, yeah. But if you come to a point in which you let go of the fear and you don't jump to something else, but you just, okay, I'll let go of the fear. It's still here, but I'm not scared of it anymore. Then you have that opportunity to be you for a second. Don't make it the enemy. Come to the realization that, oh, this is an offering. This is an opportunity for me to grow. This is a structure. It's not better or worse than me. Again, these structures are not worse than us either. They're avenues for us to receive feedback. You're it, man, woman. You're it. Love, the love of all, which is you. You are it. The love of your heart is all you need. Loyalty is to you and to the true creation of you as the one with the one. There are many stages and steps. So what? Enjoy it. Get knocked out a bunch, but keep fighting. Not fighting in the way you want to destroy anything, fighting in a way of, like, you know, I might be stuck in the tar pit sometimes, but I know there's one more step to take, so I'm just going to keep taking a step. And eventually, I'll be on my way up the mountain again. We tend to look at things from an inside out point of view in society as things aren't fair. If we instead chose to look at things from an inside out point of view within ourselves, primum vultus interiorum, first look within, we looked within ourselves first, then a great clarity would be offered every time we took our first step. We would be remembering in action of our real life now. I'm not going to react because I know that I am participating in creating this. And I'm honored to have the opportunity to receive this feedback so I continue to grow and watch myself. How many occupational or academic or governmental or religious um, or anything, uh, artistic, scientific standards of structure that we grow through, sports even, how many of them offer that perspective as the first place to start from? If they did, they would achieve damn near instant uh, social enlightenment. Doesn't mean everything's perfect because it's enlightened. I'm not making a judgment. I'm not interested in utopia. But the entire, like, if science and, which is such an odd term to use, but that industry, medical industry as well, art industry, academics, government, financial sector, if everything started off keeping everything exactly the same as it is with their standards, intelligence, which isn't the right term, but like data collecting and manipulation industries, military industry, if all of it kept everything exactly the way it is, and yet they trained everyone from the get-go, the first step they do every time they do anything is look within themselves and realize that everything in the next step they take is an offering to receive the frequency back of the feedback of what they are participating in creating. That you wouldn't be able to hold anyone in fear because they would be already receptive to their own growth. They would see right past the implication of fear. They would be like, interesting, I'm creating this. Okay. Now, how I react to whatever is happening right now will continue to create what's in the next few moments, next few months, next few years. Not just that, but it's also creating the proliferation of everything in the world. Also, when I step out of this building and I walk past the trees and I are aware of each other. This entire world is feeding off of me, and I'm feeding off of it. So the more I go within, the more I'm powerful in a way that manifests itself into my self-conscious, not my unconscious. Okay? Nobody would have to quit their job. Nobody would have to change anything. They could keep all the same systems in place. It's just that everything would just start to naturally go. Wouldn't have to be a tough mountain to climb. I'm not trying to change society. I'm not trying to change anything. Everything's just always changing by itself. But if that is close to possible for an analogy of addressing social norms, why don't you just address that within yourself? Why don't I address it within myself? Just keep the awareness. I'm doing it. It's not that the structure is providing rules to me. It's that I'm providing the energy to the structure so that it exists at all. And it doesn't make me better or worse. And it doesn't make the structure terrible or great. What we worship tends to get out of hand. And we can become addicted to worshiping things based on how human beings can get used to anything. So, how we get used to living our life. I'm telling you, beyond worshiping, become one with the one. And in this place, pay attention to what you pay attention to because it's growing based on you and your relationship and awareness, open awareness with the one, with the real you, and the absolute creation beyond that which most call God, the creative generative principle. It's right there for you. It's right there for me. Allow the structures to be. There's no requirement to tear anything down or build anything up. The key is to remember who you are while you grow through or around them. This place is so much more, it's so much cooler when you allow things to be. Think about how much energy or how much magic, how much nature, or how much has been spoken into existence from storytellers, whatever, is actually abounding everywhere. All these orders everybody participates in. It's like, look at, instead of being frustrated at the indoctrination, all the little kids everywhere, do something that provides value to them and to yourself. And you just naturally, because you're doing that, you will naturally stop focusing on the how much it's frustrating that school makes little kids stand in lines all the time or whatever it is, pumping them full of fake history, things like that that may get people upset. If you focus on creating something that is an avenue for growth for little kids, then that's a structure that allows you to receive feedback to you. And you're consistently growing through that. Don't get lost in that structure you create. Perceive it as separate from you and an opportunity for you to grow. Watch how this place is working. Don't let any structures get between you, the divine, limitless spirit energy of what you really are, with your embodiment, this natural, magical realm, and the real you in connection with the one, the creation of all. We give our allegiance to things that are not in that triangle. That's where a lot of people get caught in fear and then start finger pointing. You can do anything. You're already doing it. Are you paying attention to what you really, really, truly are meant to do? Have you dedicated yourself to that? Lots of times the frustrations in our life appear the more that we require receiving feedback because we have a juxtaposition, a internal flame that's not being stoked, and we're putting our energy in places that are living by the rules that aren't really serving our purpose. You know what it is. You know. Connect with love. Forgive everything. Forgive yourself, which is the hardest part. And that allows you to let everything go naturally. And then listen to your heart. Let your heart's imagination kick on. Focus on that one thing that appears. That's your purpose. You walk towards it. Intention, attention. Listen with your belly. Act with your body. Focus and friction. You have purpose. Don't get caught in structures. And don't get mad at them either. Focus on your connection with love, on being grateful to this magical realm, on growing your divine limitless spirit energy in connection with this embodiment. You're perfect. I love you. Prima Voltus Interior.